That's how long it had been since I last saw Clara, my ex-wife, the woman I once thought I'd grow old with. Back then, she'd left me for her boss, a man with expensive suits, a shiny car, and the kind of arrogance money can buy. I remembered the night she packed her things, saying, "I need someone who can give me more than love." Those words used to echo in my head like a curse. But time changes everything. I rebuilt my life from scratch. I started a small design firm, worked 16-hour days, and poured my heartbreak into success. I didn't do it for revenge, at least not at first. I just wanted to survive. Then one ordinary Friday evening, fate decided to test the progress I'd made. I was at a quiet downtown restaurant, meeting a client. The place was warm, full of soft laughter and clinking glasses. I was halfway through a conversation when I heard a familiar laugh, sharp, musical, unmistakable. I turned. There she was. Clara. 7 years older, but still beautiful, in a way that time couldn't quite erase. She was sitting alone, no ring on her finger, just a half-empty wineglass beside her. When her eyes met mine, she froze. For a second, the noise around us disappeared. Then she smiled, the same smile that once made me believe anything was possible. "Ethan," she whispered, standing up slowly. I nodded. "Clara." We stood there, awkward and silent, like two ghosts bumping into each other after haunting different worlds. She gestured to my table. "Dinner with someone special?" "Business," I said. She looked almost relieved, and that's when she said it. The words that sent shivers down my spine. "I never thought you'd look this happy without me." I didn't know how to respond. Part of me wanted to laugh. Another part wanted to ask why now. I invited her to sit. She hesitated, then joined me. The waiter brought another glass, and for a few minutes, we just sat there in silence. Finally, she spoke. "I heard about your company. You've done well." "I had to," I said. "Survival tends to make people creative." She winced, tracing the rim of her glass. "Ethan, I owe you an apology." I looked at her. "For what? Breaking my heart or teaching me how to build one from the pieces?" She looked down. "I thought I'd found something better. But it turns out, love built on guilt doesn't last. Mark, my boss, left me 2 years later. Said I was too ordinary. I tried to move on, but no one ever looked at me the way you did." Her voice cracked, and suddenly the woman who once destroyed me looked small, fragile, human. I should have felt satisfaction. Maybe even triumph. But all I felt was peace. I leaned back and said quietly, "You know, I used to replay that night over and over. Wonder what I did wrong. But now, I realize, you didn't break me. You freed me." She blinked, tears welling up. "Freed you?" "Yeah. You taught me that love can't be begged for. It's either returned, or it dies. And when it dies, you bury it, not carry it." For a long moment, she didn't speak. The restaurant buzzed around us, but the space between us felt like another world. Finally, she whispered, "I wish I could go back." I smiled faintly. We both had our lessons to learn. Then my phone buzzed. A text from my wife, "Just put Liam to bed. Can't wait for you to come home, red heart." Clara noticed the message. Her eyes flickered, and a faint, sad smile curved her lips. "You're married?" "Yes," I said softly. 4 years now. She was a client once. Stayed after everyone else walked away. For a moment, I saw every emotion cross Clara's face. Shock, regret, longing, and finally resignation. She nodded, swallowing hard. "She's lucky." "No," I said. "I'm lucky." We both stood up. She reached out as if to hug me but stopped halfway. Instead, she whispered, "I really am sorry, Ethan." I nodded. "So am I." But maybe this was exactly how it had to end. As she walked out into the rain, I watched her go, the woman I'd once built my world around. And for the first time, I didn't feel anger, or loss, or even nostalgia. Just a quiet sense of closure. When I got home, my son ran to the door yelling, "Daddy!" My wife smiled from the couch, blanket around her shoulders, our home glowing softly in the lamplight. I kissed her forehead and held her close. In that moment, I realized something powerful. Sometimes life takes everything away from you, only to give you back something real. 7 years ago, I thought I'd lost everything. Tonight, I finally understood. I'd been found.